Welcome to Tech Monetize Official, your trusted source for understanding the intersection of technology, finance, and your personal wealth. In a world where headlines change by the minute and financial news can feel overwhelming, we're here to break it all down for you. Today, we need to have an honest conversation about your money and your future. Whether you're just starting out, building your savings, or planning for retirement, the choices you make now can have a huge impact on your financial security down the road. Is the US dollar, the foundation of our financial lives, at risk of collapse? It's a question that's on the minds of millions, and for good reason. The dollar has been the world's reserve currency for decades, but recent events have sparked new concerns about its stability. Around the globe, countries are rethinking their reliance on the dollar. Digital currencies and shifting alliances are changing the financial landscape faster than ever before. What does this mean for your savings, your investments, and your daily life? You work hard, you save, you invest. Every dollar you earn represents your time, your effort, and your dreams for the future. Protecting that value is more important now than ever. The idea that your money could lose value is unsettling. Inflation, market volatility, and global uncertainty can make even the most confident saver feel anxious. But fear isn't a strategy. Being informed is. That's why you're here, because you want to take control, learn the facts, and make smart decisions for yourself and your family. Subscribe to Tech Monetize Official for the knowledge you need to protect your financial future. We're committed to giving you clear, actionable insights. No hype, just facts. The headlines are everywhere. Some say the dollar is doomed, others say it's stronger than ever. With so much conflicting information, it's hard to know who to trust or what to believe. That's why it's crucial to look beyond the noise and dig into the real data. We'll help you separate fact from fiction so you can make decisions based on evidence, not fear. Doing nothing is the biggest mistake. Ignoring the risks won't make them go away. Taking small, informed steps now can make a world of difference later. My goal isn't to scare you, but to empower you. I want you to feel confident, prepared, and ready to face whatever comes next. We'll cut through the noise, look at the facts, and explore what could threaten the dollar. Together, we'll examine the trends, the warning signs, and the opportunities that others might miss. I'll show you the warning signs and give you practical steps to protect yourself. From diversifying your assets to building an emergency fund, you'll learn strategies you can use right away. You can't control the global economy, but you can control your financial life. Let's get started on this journey together, because your money, your future, and your peace of mind are worth it. Let's tackle the big question that's on everyone's mind right now. Is the US dollar truly on the brink of collapse? Or is this just another round of financial fear-mongering? The truth is, no one can predict the future with absolute certainty. But it's clear the dollar faces some very real and growing challenges. For the past 75 years, the US dollar has been the world's reserve currency. This unique status has given the United States enormous economic power and influence, allowing it to borrow cheaply and trade easily across the globe. But that privileged position isn't set in stone. History shows that no currency holds the top spot forever. Recently, trust in the dollar has started to erode. More and more countries are exploring alternatives, forming new trade agreements, and even experimenting with digital currencies to reduce their reliance on the greenback. This shift isn't happening overnight, but make no mistake, it's underway and it's gaining momentum. The dollar's strength depends on three pillars: a robust U.S. economy, the world's trust in American institutions, and the lack of a better alternative. Today, all three of those pillars are showing signs of strain. Economic uncertainty, political division, and rising global competition are all taking their toll. This doesn't mean you should panic or expect the dollar to disappear tomorrow, but it does mean it's time to pay close attention to what's happening. When currencies lose value, it's usually a slow, grinding decline in purchasing power, not a sudden, dramatic crash. You'll notice it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, and in your monthly bills. Most people won't realize what's happening until it's already too late to react. The signs are subtle, but they're there if you know where to look. My job is to help you spot those warning signs early so you can make smart decisions and protect your financial future before the crowd catches on. Dollar collapse can mean different things. The most extreme is hyperinflation. Currency becomes worthless overnight. That's rare for developed countries. More likely is a rapid devaluation. Your dollar buys much less, prices soar, and savings lose value. Another risk is losing reserve currency status. If major countries stop using the dollar for trade, demand drops, and the U.S. economy suffers. The result? Your savings and retirement could be worth a fraction of what they are now. Understanding these risks is the first step to protecting yourself. If this risk is real, what should you watch for? First, the national debt, over $35 trillion and rising. Too much debt leads to money printing and inflation. Second, watch what other countries' central banks do. Are they selling U.S. bonds and buying gold? That's a warning sign. Third, look for new international alliances bypassing the dollar, like the BRICS nations developing their own payment systems. Finally, watch prices at home. If your expenses rise faster than your income, your dollar is losing value. Trust your own experience, not just official numbers. These are the signals that matter. The dollar hasn't always been king. The British pound was once the world's reserve currency, but lost its status after 2 world wars and massive debt. The US dollar took over in 1944, pegged to gold. That system ended in 1971 when Nixon cut the dollar's link to gold, shaking global confidence. Many predicted the dollar's end, but there was no good alternative. The US then made a deal with oil-producing nations to sell oil only in dollars, creating the petrodollar system and cementing its dominance. The dollar has survived threats before, thanks to smart moves and lack of competition. Today, both are in question, making the current threat more serious. If the dollar loses its status and value, the effects would be immediate. Imported goods would become much more expensive. Think phones, clothes, even food. Interest rates would skyrocket, freezing the housing market and crushing borrowers. The stock market would crash, wiping out retirement savings. Social and political unrest would follow as people struggle to afford basics. The government would lose its ability to borrow easily, forcing deep cuts to services. America's global influence would shrink. This is the domino effect of a dollar collapse. Now, what can you do? First, get out of debt, especially high-interest debt. Second, build an emergency fund, but remember, cash loses value in inflation. Keep enough for emergencies, but don't hoard cash. Third, own real, tangible assets. Your home is key. Own it outright if you can. Consider physical gold and silver as a small part of your portfolio. They're insurance against currency crises. Don't put all your money in gold, but don't ignore it either. These steps build a financial fortress. Once your foundation is set, take these steps. Reevaluate your stock portfolio. Own shares in companies that sell essentials, food, energy, consumer goods. Avoid speculative tech stocks with no earnings. Diversify outside the US dollar. International funds and strong foreign currencies can help. Invest in yourself. Skills and knowledge are your ultimate security. Build a strong community. In a crisis, your network is invaluable. Don't underestimate the power of human connection. And subscribe to Tech Monetize Official for more advice. We've covered the challenges facing the dollar, the warning signs, and the potential risks that could impact your financial well-being. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by headlines and uncertainty, But understanding what's happening is the first step toward taking control. The consequences of a collapse can be severe, affecting everything from your savings to your daily expenses. But remember, history shows that those who prepare are the ones who weather the storm best. It's natural to feel anxious, but knowledge is power. The more you learn, the more confident you'll feel about your ability to navigate tough times. Don't be paralyzed by fear. Take action. Even small steps can make a big difference over time. Start today, pay down debt, buy a gold coin, or simply set aside a little extra savings each month. Every action you take builds your financial resilience. Review your investments. Just pick one step to begin with. Maybe it's meeting with a financial advisor, or maybe it's learning about new ways to diversify your assets. Small, consistent actions lead to big results. Over time, these habits can transform your financial future and give you peace of mind. No one can predict the future, not even the experts. But by staying informed and proactive, you put yourself in the best possible position to adapt to whatever comes next. You can prepare for uncertainty by organizing important documents, building an emergency fund, and making sure your family knows the plan. The steps we discussed make you stronger, no matter what happens. Be prepared, not scared. When you take action, you become a source of strength for yourself and those around you. You are the CFO of your own life. Stay informed, stay proactive, and remember that your decisions today shape your tomorrow. Take control of your financial future. Don't wait for someone else to do it for you. Your future self will thank you for the steps you take now. Subscribe to Tech Monetize Official for more essential updates, tips, and strategies to help you stay ahead in a changing world. Be safe, be strong, and be smart. Remember, preparation is the key to confidence, so start today and face the future with courage.